All right, the next article we're going to cover is, again, from Marketplace Pulse, titled Amazon Seller Fulfilled Prime is in Limbo. Ken, let's give us a recap of this article.
Yeah, for sure. This is, I don't know. I think to me, this is kind of an Amazon squeeze play, you
For
know?
sure, for sure.
Uh, After going through this article, we'll dive into it a little bit deeper, but, at the end of the day, they're putting a squeeze play on sellers to offer, 1 day, 2 day prime shipping and weekend deliveries, which a lot of 3PLs, if you're in a 3PL right now with all your products, they can't offer that. You can't do seller fulfilled prime.
So let's back up and explain why this is important. So right now, my inventory is at Amazon warehouses, and it is sold with a Prime badge, which when you look at conversion, people with Amazon Prime, they love that 2-day delivery. And so Amazon fulfills all of the orders in typically 2 days. Now, what happens is Amazon seems to increase their fees every year, and especially in Q4, storage fees, multiply by 4 or 5. And so just to sell on Amazon and have that Prime badge is expensive. And so what a lot of sellers are doing is they are migrating over to a third-party logistics company. So this is going to be another company that is going to be the 1 or 2 day that they're going to do the shipping. And you can still keep that Prime badge if you're able to meet those shipping requirements. And so one article that we had talked about a couple weeks ago was that Amazon was increasing their warehouse capacity by 50%. And so as people migrate over to 3PLs, that's going to put the squeeze on those 3PLs. A lot of them are not going to be able to do the 2-day delivery, and it's going to be hard to keep that Prime badge.
Yeah. One not to cut you off, but one thing to mention is that Amazon statistics they released were these new rules starting February 1st, 2021 on seller fulfilled Prime. They estimate that only 10% of existing seller fulfilled Prime members will be able to meet those standards. 10%. That's a squeeze play.
For sure, for sure. And you and I in our own businesses, we've talked about going to a 3PL just because Amazon warehouses right now they're backed up. I've had a shipment that has been sitting and receiving for 4 weeks, and so that's been very frustrating. And so I've been looking for better alternatives and also cheaper alternatives because selling on Prime is expensive. It's loaded with fees, and so this is, yes, it is a squeeze play. And when I think of long run implications here, we've discussed Walmart. They're on the up and up right now. They've paired up with Shopify, and they are growing every quarter.
They just announced, I believe it was yesterday, I'm not sure when this podcast is going to air, but September 2nd, they just announced the long-awaited Walmart Plus. So they're chipping away at Amazon. They're getting some traction.
Absolutely. And so, this is something that I was planning on doing seller fulfilled Prime through a 3PL just because I want to start selling on Walmart, and was hoping that 3PL could also do all of my Amazon fulfillment. And that may not be the case. And so what I think I'm going to do, we'll see how this plays out in Q4, but what I think I am going to do is still move forward with a 3PL, probably not move all of my inventory over there, but for maybe slower moving units, I'm going to change my shipping to where I'm going to not have that Prime badge, which is going to decrease my conversion, but it may be more profitable. And so this will be a big spreadsheet exercise, and we're actually going to record an episode on 3PLs. And so this topic will be coming up again, but this is a big deal right now, especially for larger sellers.
Okay, yeah, and another thing I'd like to note too is the whoever wrote this article, we pulled it off Marketplace Pulse. They did a lot of research here, and they went to Amazon's website and they did searching for seller fulfilled Prime, and they said it no longer exists. They did a little bit of research and basically said they de-indexed it off Google. So Amazon is making it, the seller fulfilled Prime program, like if you're not in there now, are you going to be able to get in there? Like, are they just going to do away with that? I mean, it's really a gray area. And like you mentioned, I'm also going to get into Walmart and go to a 3PL, and this really just kind of wrecks all of that, right? Because if you have the bulk of your sales on Amazon, it's the largest channel, and you're looking to diversify, this is, yeah, totally a squeeze play by Amazon to try to maybe distract a little bit of that, or just add some layers of complexity in there. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. And we're doing a mini series on 3PLs, and this is going to be at the top of the question list for me. Is will you be able to meet the Amazon standards for the Prime, seller fulfilled Prime, 1-2 day shipping, you work on Saturdays, things like that. So yeah, interesting.